On 1st and 10, Keenan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football. There, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On play action, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Rolling to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back in.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's second down.
Down to lose one.
Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. Snead's got it. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
53. Got you better.
On second down, Ingram. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
4th down, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this, but he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Throwing is Jackson. On the move to his left. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. An incomplete, crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Well, CD, we are a quarter way through the season already. I'm curious, if you look at each conference, which division race is most intriguing to you right now?
Well, can we start in the NFC?
You do whatever you want.
Because if so, let's go to the north. Because we thought it would be a tough division.
Then he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flushed out right. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Jackson now. Steps away. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studio. And he will score! Touchdown, Baltimore! A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 56 yards. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. It's complete to Snead. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now Jackson on 1st down. This will be caught by Brown. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors.
There goes Mark Ingram. Pass across the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 70 yards. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Third down. Here's Haskins. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. They run again on 1st down, Peterson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They run, Peterson. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking to throw, Haskins. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? 4th down, here's Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Well, Charles, taking a step back for a second, let's look at the undefeated teams still left in the NFL. We got New England, KC, they're 4-0. And then San Fran, they were open last week. They didn't have a game, so they're still at 3-0. We only have 3 teams left.
And they had the easiest path, not just because they had the open week, but how about New England getting challenged by Buffalo? Yes, they were on the road, but you don't often think of Buffalo as a team to really press New England. They did. And Kansas City, they got a heck of a test in Detroit. Had to score with 20 seconds left on the clock to win that game. So both of them remained undefeated, but not without struggles.
That's the interesting thing about Buffalo. I think we learned more about them in their 1 loss this year than we have in their 3 victories.
I think we would say the same thing about Kansas City because of how they got pressed, but we'd also say the same thing about Detroit, how they played Kansas City in that game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Jackson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game to the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Haskins, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Trey Quinn there to make the grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Ingram. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Jackson out to his left. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. The Ravens on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Haskins from his own end zone. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Haskins now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Again, Peterson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. A give to Peterson out of the gun. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire.
Here for the Washington Redskins, and they